All right, today we're going to be taking a look at multiplying radical expressions, specifically radical expressions that have the same index. All right, so you can see here what you're doing with these is you are multiplying the radicands, the numbers on the inside, and then simplifying. You can actually simplify before or after, in some cases both. I'm going to show both ways here, and you can kind of make the choice on your own which way you want to do it. So if we do before, okay, we could just multiply 3 times 12. That's going to give me the square root of 36. Which is obviously 6. All right, so that one very easy to do beforehand because it ends up being a perfect square. I actually prefer to simplify first, so I'm going to show you that method as well, especially when you have larger numbers. That makes things a little bit easier. All right, so the square root of 3 cannot be simplified. The square root of 12 you can break into 4 and 3. Square root of 3 times 2 square root of 3. Okay, so we get 2, and then square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is the square root of 9, which is 2 times 3, which is 6. Now that one seems like more work here. It is definitely more work in this question, but as you go through and with bigger numbers, simplifying beforehand tends to be the way to go here. Let's take a look at a couple more. All right, so here we go. Multiplying 8 times 24 would probably be a bit much to start with, so we're going to go ahead and simplify them first. All right, so the square root of 8, we can do 4 and 2. 24, we can do 4 and 6. All right, so we get the square root of 4 is 2 square root of 2 and 2 square root of 6. Now we multiply 2 times 2, that's going to give me 4. Square root of 2 times the square root of 6 is going to give me the square root of 12. And then we're going to go ahead and simplify that as well. 4, and then the square root of 12 we can break into 4 and 3. Square root of 4 is 2. And the final answer for this one would be 8 square root of 3. All right, so you see how in this one, the 24 times 8 might be a bit much if you were to multiply them together right in the beginning. All right, so let's do the second one. 2 square root of 6, that one's already simplified. We'll leave that. 3 square root of 12, let's go ahead and do that one. We'll use 4 and 3. Okay, so it's 2 square root of 6, and then this is going to become 3 times 2 square root of 3. 2 square root of 6. 6 square root of 3. All right, so then we get 12 and the square root of 18 when we multiply this one, because 2 times 6 is going to give us 12. 6 times 3 is going to give us square root of 18. And the square root of 18 can once again be broken down one more time, so we're going to use 9 and 2, which is 12. That's going to give us 3 square root of 2. Square root of 9 is going to give me 3. That's where that 3 is coming from. And then it's going to be 36 square root of 2 is my final answer. And again, for this one as well, I think it just seems to be a little bit easier if you simplify actually here, both in the beginning and at the end. All right, so that's pretty much all there is to multiplying with radical expressions that have the same index. We'll continue to do some of these throughout the week.